Hello and welcome to WTNB Today. I'm your host, Wendy Benton. Thank you for joining me. I also want to thank our sponsor, led-gear.com. If you have lighting or staging needs, please visit their website, led-gear.com. Let's take a quick look at our calendar of events. Sponsored by Logan Thompson Law. On May 2nd, the Belk Charity Day sale will be this Saturday from 6 to 10 at Belk. If you have not bought your $5 ticket, please do so. It benefits local charities and schools. Also, on May 4th, the Mel Bedwell Small Business Person of the Year Award Luncheon. If you are interested in attending, please call the Chamber for ticket information. On May 7th, Jackie Joyner-Kersey will be the guest speaker at Empowering Women, and we will be talking more about that with our upcoming guests. On May 8th, LeaderCast 2015 will be held at First Baptist Church of Cleveland. The doors open at 8, the event begins at 9, and they have great speakers including Peyton Manning, Andy Stanley, Rudy Giuliani, and many others. Also, if you want tickets to that, please call the Chamber as well. On May 15th through the 17th, PetSmart will have the Adopt-a-thon that is put on by our SPCA. And if you are interested in adopting a pet for your family, please visit them May 15th through the 17th. On May 22nd, the Cleveland Bradley Alumni Football Game will be held at Bradley Central High School, and that benefits both of the school's athletic departments. A lot of great things coming up that you don't want to miss out on. And we've got some great guests coming up also to talk more about empowering women, and they will be with me after this message.
I was having pain in my upper back and in my neck area, which was really more of a chronic pain that I've dealt with for a year or two. My husband recommended that I come to Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint, and I saw Dr. Matt McCartney. In a very short time, I was able to get relief in both my lower back and my upper back. I walked in with pain, and the pain was almost completely gone when I walked out of his office. I would highly recommend the physicians at Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint. I'm very happy with the results.
I believe that whatever we're facing, whatever difficulties, whatever challenges, whatever obstacles, that this word speaks to that. If you simply just have this word, and you read this word, and you allow it to sink into your heart, God will speak to you.
I'm Tony Sism, sales manager at Kyle Motors. Come by and pick out your SUV, truck, or car today. If we don't have it, we'll get it for you. Come by at 802 20th Street, Southeast Cleveland, Tennessee, 1 block from Byfire School, 1 block from Dalton Pike. I'm Tony Sism, sales manager of Kyle Motors, home of the $5,000 car.
Well, I'm Zach Gates. I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee. I'm married to Heather Gates. We're both the owners of Lasser's Coffee and Tea, and we've been here for about 2 years. We're open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And Sundays, we like to take that as a day of rest. We're closed all day. We are a franchise. I'm locally owned, born and raised here in Cleveland. There's only 4 other stores, 5 total. We just get to know people one drink at a time.
Here I am, living every doughball's dream. I'm the next Marco's Pizza crust. I'm fresh, made by hand today. Now, my massage. Ooh, that's nice.
Our ingredients speak for themselves. Marco's, authentic Italian pizza.
Welcome back. I have three special guests with me here to talk about the Empowering Women event. And Margaret Shank, she is the co-chair of the event. Charlie Sutton, who is the executive director of the Boys and Girls Club. And Jenny Card, who is also co-chair of the Empowering Women event. Welcome to the show.
Great to be here.
Thank you all for being here and just elaborating on this great event. We've been talking off air, and it's exciting, and what you guys are doing for the Boys and Girls Club. So, Charlie, I want to start with you. I know usually it's ladies first, but today we're going to let Charlie start off since you're outnumbered.
Well, thank you.
Tell us about the event, when it started, and just give us some background of it.
Well, I think the viewers need to know that the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland was not always the Boys and Girls Club. At one time, it was the Cleveland Boys Club, and girls weren't a part of it. And so our board of directors saw the need back in the 90s to open up the doors for girls, and it became the Cleveland Boys and Girls Club. And programming, initially, we were looking really hard at what are the things that we can do to cause these girls to become strong leaders within the Boys and Girls Club. So we started looking at, many of our girls are growing up without strong role models. Many of our girls grow up in foster care. And the need for somebody in their life to help them to see beyond their circumstance is great. It's huge. And people like Margaret Shank and Jenny Card and so many others that over the years have helped Janie Cook have become mentors to these girls, causing them to have great success. And so I would say we are marked, the Boys and Girls Clubs is marked nationally by Boys and Girls Clubs of America that for having successful girls within our clubs. We've had two national winners as Youth of the Year, Maria Hernandez and Mary Shin. They've gone all the way from Cleveland, Tennessee to the White House to meet the president. And then they've served as national leaders and spokespersons for Boys and Girls Clubs of America, really expressing the needs of girls and really telling those girls that, hey, you've got a personal brand. You stand for great things, and you can be successful. And so both of these girls, in fact, I spoke with Mary Shin the other day. She's at the University of California, Berkeley campus. She has a 4.0.
Wow.
And so, just great story after story about girls avoiding maybe the mistakes of the past and growing past entitlement thinking and knowing that they can be, business owners and they can set their destiny. They can set goals and dreams and have benchmarks and be very successful in their life just like any other person. And so, we're seeing our girls do that very thing. They're becoming successful, and we just are sitting back watching and enjoying and seeing great things happen.
Well, I know you're so proud of that fact and their successes and people who've come alongside like Margaret and Jenny and Janie Cook, like you mentioned, and others. But what makes your program so successful?
Well, I think it does go back to that mentoring piece. And these girls that have been successful in the area of Youth of the Year have sat down for hours with successful people, and they've been mentored and encouraged. And of course, there's the daily programs, there's Smart Girls programs, there's Girls Business programs, there's all these other component parts. But I think seeing somebody that's successful in the business world and having that person say, hey, you've got what it takes. You can be successful too. You don't have to stay here. There's a future before you. And that happens frequently, and our programs at the club are happening on a daily basis. So there's daily encouragement, and then there's monthly encouragement from mentors, and these girls just aspire to greatness.
So just so the audience is familiar with exactly what you do, do all of your students or the kids come to the Boys and Girls Club every day, or do they get to pick and choose how many days they're there? How does that work?
They can pick and choose, and we know that the more frequently that, that they're in the club, the more successful they will be. So our goal is to see them 3 or more days per week, and knowing that those touches, those daily touches, those times that Margaret has a chance, those times that I have a chance, and our staff, that they are going to grow in the area of academic success. They are going to grow in character development, and they are going to learn healthy lifestyles. And that's a huge thing for them, avoiding the kind of barriers that might keep them from being successful.
Right. And how many girls are in the program?
We, we run about 46% of our girls are in our programs. Our ADA, or average daily attendance, is about 425 kids. So we're seeing on a daily basis around 200 girls.
Okay. And how do you manage all of those kids? That's amazing that you've got that many coming in and to be able to manage them successfully.
Right.
Don't you think the staff is just absolutely, the staff of the Boys and Girls Club is just above average in any nonprofit I've ever seen. Caring individuals who reach out to these kids and help them along the way. I think that is one of the most important things, and the board
Right.
of the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, we do have 7 site locations, and every one of those sites has a unit manager, and then staff, several program staff underneath those staff. We work in a 1 to 20 staff to child ratio, which in some cases is better than what the schools can do. We are DOE certified by the Department of Education, and we have programs like Stride Academy that when a child comes in, we can measure that child's success rate in the area of academics and see that they are at grade level on time. And of course, the key indicator is 3rd grade. We want to make sure that both boys and girls are reading successfully at 3rd grade. So we know that that's a predictive indicator as to how well that they're going to do in the future. And so then we can pull in the mentors, and you mentioned our staff. We do have great staff. We have an awesome group of people that work at the Boys and Girls Club that are Lee University graduates, and then we have a number of volunteers that come and volunteer that really can help make up the difference. And I'm speaking specifically too about Lee students that come in, the girls especially, to mentor our girls on a more of a daily basis. And that, when that takes place, and they feel the attention and the concern from other people, they aspire to do good things.
Exactly. So, well, and we're going to get into what Margaret and Jenny are here to talk about as well, as the Empowering Women event. And Charlie, when did that event begin? Do you remember?
Well, that's funny. We're just discussing that, and so we're believing now that it was 6 years ago that we held our first event. So there's been a little bit of conversation surrounding that, but yes, about 6 years ago we held the first Empowering Women's event.
Okay, and Jenny, it has been very successful, and so you've got this year's event is coming up next week.
Yes, it is next Thursday evening. We will begin at 5:45 with a private reception. The private reception will be for our top sponsors, and they will get to do a meet and greet with our keynote speaker, Jackie Joyner-Kersey. And then we will start a silent auction at 6, and this is just a public reception time with hors d'oeuvres and drinks, and then at 7 o'clock we will begin dinner and
Okay.
event.
Okay, and then the silent auction, what time does that begin and end?
It starts at 6, and the ending time will be, correct me?
7.
7? Okay.
Right when, as soon as we start moving into the ballroom for dinner, we'll close
Okay.
the silent auction.
Okay, and then Margaret is going to talk about the auction in just a few minutes, but a little bit more about the event. You've already sold 29 tables, yes, which is exciting.
Super exciting.
You've got 1 table left, or 8 tickets.
Exactly.
So anyone interested in purchasing a ticket needs to call Jenny right now.
Yes.
Yeah, so in fact, your number is up on the screen now for anyone interested in that, or just buying the table, even better.
Right, and that table, we can still serve a top sponsor at that 5,000 level. That would be our gold sponsor, or a 2,500 level for the silver sponsor, and then 1,500 for our bronze. So if a corporate sponsor wanted to purchase the $1,500 table at this point for their employees, that would be 8 seats. Or if we have an individual that just wants to buy 2 tickets, those would be $150 per ticket.
Okay. And it's exciting too this year because of your guest speaker, Jackie Joyner Kersey. And so tell us a little bit about her.
Well, she is an extremely important Olympic athlete. She has been named the greatest female athlete of the 20th century from Sports Illustrated Women. She's also been named the most decorated female athlete because of all of her gold medals. She currently is the first American to win the Olympic gold for the long jump. And with all her decorations, she has 3 gold medals, 2 silver, and 1 bronze. So she's definitely
very,
a athlete.
very accomplished.
The main reason I'm excited to have her here is because of her story, her inspiration to all of us, because of how she grew up. She got her start in a Boys and Girls Club, I think in St. Louis is where she's from. She grew up just, you know, in poverty and family tragedy. She also has asthma, so she had to overcome that throughout her athletic years to be able to win these gold medals. And so today she continues to be a philanthropist and, you know, do her part to take care of our young kids.
Well, she's a special lady, and it's an honor to have her in our community. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to let Margaret talk about the auction items, and you guys have brought a few, as well as I do want to mention your special drink that you guys will have. So we will be right back after this break.
OK Maguey Restaurante Mexicano dentro del Mall de Cleveland te invita a disfrutar del auténtico sabor a nuestra tierra. Deliciosas fajitas, carne asada, carnitas, mariscos, quesadillas, nachos, chimichangas. Y acompáñalos con tu cerveza favorita. O si lo prefieres, con nuestras riquísimas micheladas. OK Maguey dentro del Mall de Cleveland. Llámanos para tus reservaciones y pedidos al 423-339-5838. Abierto los 7 días de la semana. OK Maguey, una gran experiencia para tu paladar.
Hello, my name is Andy Figglestar with Ed Jacobson Associates. We are an employee benefit and insurance broker in business for the past 20 years. The new healthcare law, also known as Obamacare, has finally arrived. The new law is complex and choices are confusing. You have questions, we have the answers. It is our passion to find cost-effective solutions for every client. Let our knowledge, experience, and passion go to work for you. Contact us today and let us assist you through this process.
East West Media is not the area's largest billboard company. They do, however, have the area's best billboard locations and most creative advertising ideas. If you need new customers in Bradley, McMinn, or North Hamilton County, you should give them a call and talk about what is important to your business.
I've been a dancer for about 12 years, and about a year ago I started having severe pain in my hips and also in my right shoulder blade. Dr. McCartney has helped me increase my flexibility because he's worked on realigning my hips. He's also put my ribs back in place because they slip out a lot. Because my bones are actually in line now, my flexibility has increased exponentially. I would recommend Dr. McCartney and Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint any day.
I'm talking with Jenny Card, Charlie Sutton, and Margaret Shank about the upcoming Empowering Women event that will benefit the Boys and Girls Club. And Jenny's just been talking about the event specifically, and Jackie Joyner-Kersey being your guest speaker this year, but she also wants to mention some of the awards that they give out.
Right, the highlight of our evening, and this will come at the very end of the night, is when we award empowering women within our community, and we will be giving out 3 awards. This is how we've always done it in the past 6 years. We give an Empowering Woman of the Year, Empowering Global Woman of the Year, and Empowering Youth of the Year. And these awards are voted on through an advisory committee, and that's just from previous winners and then through board members of the Boys and Girls Club. And we take names and then take nominations, and then we vote on our winners. And we keep it a secret until the very end of the night, and then these women will come up to receive their award.
That's so nice.
Yes,
that will be exciting for them, I know. And then you also mentioned your special drink for the evening.
Oh, yes, this is super exciting. We have a specialty drink in honor of Jackie Joyner-Kersey this year. It's called the Olympic Torch Martini. And we will be selling drink tickets, $12 per ticket, and then your name goes into the bucket for a drawing. And if you win, Margaret is modeling.
I just happened to be wearing.
Right. It's 1.7 carats of chocolate and white diamonds, and it's a 14-karat gold setting, and it was donated through Pioneer Credit.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it just fits.
Yes, so the more tickets that you buy,
yes,
more
that's a lot of martinis. But the more you have a chance of winning that beautiful ring.
Absolutely.
It's gorgeous. Margaret, let's talk a little bit too about the other auction items, because you brought a few with you, not just the ring, but you've also brought a few on the table. But you all have an amazing list of auction items that our audience, I know, would be interested in, and especially if you can't attend the event, there are online items.
Yes, that's true. We have been so fortunate that so many supporters have actually gifted items to the Empowering Women event. So all of the money that you bid and you buy will come to the Boys and Girls Club. So our supporters have just given us items, and they have been so generous to do that. We have 3 different types of auctions this year. We're trying an online auction for the first time this year, and we've all been very anxiously watching that. I think, Charlie, you said we've had 2,000 hits so far?
Yes, 2,000 views.
So we're, like I say, we're very anxious to see how that's going to go over. We have 12 live auction items, which of course will be auctioned off the night of the gala. And then we have 29 silent auction items too, and a huge assortment. Our goal for this year is $75,000. So all of you that are coming to the gala or bidding online, please be generous, because it's going to a very worthy cause. Some of the items, and let me just mention the online address, please. It's www.32auctions.com/empoweringwomen, and that will take you directly to the website. Okay?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Sure. www.32auctions.com/empoweringwomen.
Okay.
Okay?
We don't want people to miss out.
No, we don't. I'm going to talk a little bit about the live auction items, and we have so many different things. We have vacation packages, we have dinners, we have jewelry, we have parties. So I would encourage everyone who is coming to the gala that night to get your friends together and bid as a group on some of these items. We have in the live auction, I'm just going to mention a few things. We have a Mexican beachfront villa that will lodge up to 18, which is just fabulous. Then we also have a posh movie night for 8 girls. What fun. And I've won this at different times at other galas, and it's just a blast. With chocolate, champagne, appetizers, and a wonderful movie in a beautiful theater here in a home in Cleveland. We also have the Taylor Party. Right. And I know, Jenny, you said you had gone to that one time.
Yes, it's fabulous. That's at Scott and Sharon Taylor's River Home, and it's a Friday evening in the summertime, and they have so generously donated their home and their space for this. And it will include food and wine and beer, and then JoJo Collins will be playing, you know, our entertainment that night. And I think I already have a few groups bidding against each other for that one. So
I've got a problem.
Yes.
JoJo's going to come out of retirement to play.
That's
nice too.
So kind of him to do that.
Another very special piece for the live auction is a beautiful necklace that Epperson's Jewelers has created just for this event. And they've done that, I know, 2 or 3 years prior. And it is a beautiful 14-karat gold necklace with 20 stones consisting of garnets, citrons, topaz, yellow, and white sapphires. So we're going to have that necklace being modeled that night too, as well as the ring. So that'll be exciting.
With that necklace, we told her our theme, which is Ignite, and she has designed the necklace around our theme. So the way that it looks is kind of, it's just so exciting based on the
that's
theme.
Lovely. She's very talented, like her dad was.
Yeah, very, very talented. And then some of the online items that we've got a few things here. The Bowie knife and sheath, which is there, it's a whitetail cutlery Bowie knife that features a stag handle and a 9 1/4 blade of Damascus steel. Can't you just see this as a Christmas gift to your hunter boyfriend or son or husband? That's beautiful, and that's a one-of-a-kind sheath that was made by a leather crafter here in Cleveland. Then we have a collectible Swarovski crystal snowflake, and that's probably about a 2005. And of course, many people collect those now, and they're becoming very rare. And in the front is an oil painting of a spaniel in a beautiful wooden filigreed frame. And all of those are online. Other things that are online, Chattanooga Lookouts in the Tennessee, the First Tennessee Skybox. We have a stained glass window piece that it just doesn't do it justice online because it is magnificent. It's called Falling Blocks or Tumbling Blocks, and Art and Meredith Sustak here in Cleveland created this just for this event, and it's magnificent. It would be beautiful hanging in a window someplace. We have 4 Titans football tickets for an exhibition game in August, and that's online also. We also have the Atlantis Casino Resort and Spa 2-night stay, and that's in Reno. This is another fun one. Shopping for 4 Friends, which is 4 $50 gift certificates from Stein Mart and 4 $25 gift certificates from Panera. So that's a day of shopping. We have a Pure Blue pool service, and this is the appropriate time. Open the pool, and for a month you don't have to clean it. Someone's cleaning it for you every week, which is perfect.
You have so many online items. It's amazing, and these are just a few, and then you've mentioned a few. So if they are interested in any of those, I mean, you've given us a little bit of a teaser there of what's available. And we do have the website up on the graphic, so anybody interested can go and check out the online auction. You do not want to miss out. There's amazing gifts out there, and my boys would love this knife. I mean, they hang knives all over their walls. You'd have to see their bedroom. It's ridiculous. But this event is just so special and so wonderful to give back to the Boys and Girls Club, to expand your programs to help these girls. And like you said, you've got two that have been to the White House that are doing great things, and you all have poured into their lives, and it's such a testimony and to what this event does to put back in to the Boys and Girls Club and in these kids' lives. So you all, thank you so much for being here. We're excited, and we just know this it's going to be successful for years to come. And Charlie, you guys do a fantastic job with all these students.
Well, thank you so much. We're really trying to plan out a great future for our kids. So
yes,
it's just an awesome opportunity.
That's great. Well, you don't want to miss out. And if you're interested, do not forget to call Jenny, and we will see you next time on WTNB Today.